What's going on, everybody? It's me, your boy, and I know, didn't do it on the weekend. Had stuff to do. But I told you we would be doing a video every week, and by golly, I aim to stick to it. So, what do we have this week? Well, we have another episode of How Did They Hold Up, and we have an episode, well, pertaining to one of my favorite companies, and a company that I don't think gets talked about enough. Well, because he had to shut the doors last year for health reasons, but he's back, and I hope he is swinging for the fences. We have The Bearded Racc by Brian Shadwell, a very good friend of mine, very nice guy, very customer oriented, does an excellent job, and he is little over a year old, but he just started back this January, so I'm very proud of him and I'm very happy. Now we're going to talk about Falling for You. I've had it for about a year in a little over 6 months, and the scent profile is fresh picked apples, falling leaves, cinnamon, and patchouli. Brian is beautiful with the patchouli scents. He uses them as either the upfront scent or a scent that just makes the whole smell explode. And the patchouli is an accenter, which pretty much like adds gas to the scent, makes it smell great. Now this blend is an emu meadow foam, meadow foam, jojoba, argan, sweet almond, hemp seed, and vitamin E. Vitamin E adds shelf life to it, and it's really good for the hair and the skin. So looking at it, flipping it, doing what it does. There's a little separation, but anything will have separation that has fat in it and that has been sitting there. And just like that, it looks like it's not separated anymore. I don't know. Yeah, you see it? No clear layer. Let's see what it smells like. Oh man, that takes me back to when I first opened it. It's still there, still potent, still in your face. I fucking love it. I've always loved this scent. The scent's a 9.9 out of 10 for me. Or 9.8. I gave it one of those two when I first opened it. And the fatty content, if you can't tell, seemed to not clumped, nothing. So, still smells fantastic. I'm going to tell you how long I smelled it in beard and like all that stuff in the description down below the video on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, which odds are because I pretty much just put a link to the YouTube video now. But oh man, it smells so phenomenal. The apple is very upfront with the crispness. Then you got the fall with the falling leaves, and the cinnamon and the patchouli just come in and just add a little spice to it. And the patchouli accents everything and acts like just a big old scent booster to the leaves, to the cinnamon, and to the apple. If you're worried that patchouli is overpowering, not the case here. Fucking Brian did a fantastic scent with the patchouli not being overpowering. So we're going to do this tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about it in the description, but we're going to open it up and we're going to show you what it looks like. This was his balm. Doesn't really have too much of a smell to it anymore, and it's not really hard to push. Like, see it coming up? Not really hard to push. I don't particularly remember the ingredients on this or the butter adju. I know the butter is by far one of the best butters on the market. I do not remember the whole ingredients because, well, my ADHD ass didn't do his due diligence, so you probably hate me for that, but I'm sorry. But I can tell you 100% though that it has meadow foam, jojoba, argan, sweet almond, hemp seed, and vitamin E in it. I know that. And boy, does it smell so good. Look at that. Look at it. And look how easily this comes up. Look at that applesauce, baby. Look at that. It comes up nice, easy. Put it in hand. Couple wipes. Breaks down very well. Got a little bit at the bottom that got out of the heat. It still smells good, but I can smell the whatever butter underneath. It's very faint, but I mean, I've had it for 1 year and 6 months, guys. I think it held up pretty damn well. And I hope it hydrates like it did for me in the past. So far, the smell smells freaking fantastic. The oil smells just like it did when it came out of the bottle. So I will let you know in the description down below this video of how it held up. And so far, I'm still giving the scent off of first impressions a 9.8 out of 10. It's fucking fantastic. If you haven't tried the Bearded Racc, you better do yourself a favor and try the Bearded Racc. And Brian was humble enough to give me a code a while back. I don't know if it still works. I haven't been able to buy stuff for a while because that's where this backup series came from. If I couldn't really afford to buy oils, and I don't ask for freebies. I don't ever ask for them. So I had the idea to do the how do they hold up. I pretty much tell this every video, and I'm glad I came up with the idea for it. So my ADHD kicked in, rambling on. Code Dumble 15. He put a code for me. If it still works, it'll save you 15%. If it doesn't, I understand. He probably had to update his stuff, and I mean, I really haven't been active lately, so I completely understand. But if it's still working, it'll save you 15%. And much love to Brian and Meredith. Y'all make a kick-ass team, and y'all make a kick-ass product. Can't wait to test this out some. Have a good day.